I have a jicama here, and I'm going to make corned beef hash out of it today. And first I'm going to peel this, and I'm going to dice it really small. Okay, it's easiest to peel if you have it sitting on a flat surface like this, and you take your knife and just kind of go down the edges. And I've done this all the way around. And you're going to have some to clean up on the bottom, but that's okay. Then you just go around and get whatever you left behind. And now I can dice it. I've cut this in thin slices, and I've diced it in really small pieces. You want pretty small pieces for this. That works out best in your hash. I've got about 4 cups here. So that's what you want for your recipe, about 4 cups of diced jicama. Okay, now besides the jicama, I'm going to add 1 can, it's 18 ounces of corned beef. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of dried chopped onions, 3 eggs, 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, and 2 cups of shredded cheese of your choice. You can use, I use Colby Jack, you can use cheddar or whatever your favorite cheese is. I'm just going to lightly salt my jicama in the dish. I really have not made this with jicama before. I usually make it with turnips, and I usually soak the turnips in a sweetened water for about a half hour. So I don't know how this is going to turn out with a jicama, but I'll find out. So I'm just going to salt it a little bit. I usually don't even put salt in this recipe, but jicama is kind of sweet, so I'm going to add a little salt. Okay, you want to add your jicama to a pot of salted water, just enough to cover it, and then I'm going to turn it on high, and I'm going to bring this to a boil, and I'm going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And while I'm letting that simmer, I'm going to cut up my corned beef. I'm also going to preheat my oven to 350, and I've greased a baking dish here with just non-stick spray. I've sprayed that, and so I'm going to boil this, and I'm getting ready here to chop up my corned beef. Doesn't really matter how you dice the corned beef. You know, you can just even shred it up with a fork if you want, just so you get it broke up. It's looking good, and my jicama is coming to a boil, so I'm going to turn it down. Okay, I've drained my jicama, and now I'm going to pour it into my dish. And to that, I'm going to add my onion flakes. And I've decided 1/4 cup of onion flakes looked like a bit much, so I just did 2 tablespoons. That's about half of that. So because they're going to rehydrate in here, and it's going to be a lot more than what it looks. So I added 2 tablespoons or 1/8 cup of onion flakes. And now I'm going to beat my eggs and add them. I goofed, and I forgot to tell you to add the corned beef. You got to add your corned beef to your diced jicama, and then you're going to beat your eggs and add the eggs and stir that all together. And I'm going to take 1/2 cup of this shredded cheese out for the topping, and I'm going to put the 1.5 cups of the shredded cheese in here with the rest of it, and stir that up really good. Okay, I've got it stirred up pretty well. Just smooth it out a little bit. And I'm going to sprinkle it with the remaining cheese. And I'm going to sprinkle it, the top of that, with my Parmesan cheese. And my oven is preheated. So I'm going to put it in my 350-degree oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. My timer just went off and it smells so good in here. So this is my dish after 50 minutes. This is what it looks like. And now I'm going to eat it. So here's my lunch. My corned beef hash and my dessert with my kefir cheese and rhubarb strawberry sauce. And the recipe for both of those are on my blog also. You can find them there.